morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy Hump Day.
Yes, it's Hump Day. A beautiful, beautiful day, also made more beautiful by the fact that it is September 1st, and the weather is positively gloomy. It is so stunning to behold.
You know what it is? It's a great day to make a chili.
It is a great day to make a chili. Interesting. Now I need to replan my whole day.
I'm thinking I'm going to make a chili.
Okay, I mean, you talk a big chili talk.
I just have to say, when I say I'm making a chili, it means I'm getting the ingredients for Ben to make a chili.
That works. A chili is a chili. Doesn't matter who made it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
We have an amazing show for you guys today because here's what's going to happen. First of all, yesterday we podcasted all day.
All day long, almost 5 hours of podcasting.
We got your toast yesterday, and then we went to meet Michael and Lauren Bostic of The Skinny Confidential, his and her podcast, and we recorded their podcast, which will be out soon, and they were on our podcast, which is going to be at the end of today's episode, and I'm just so excited for you guys to hear. Like, honestly, I was thinking about Lauren all day.
Me too. We talked to them for so long, but I could have talked to them forever. I think they're so interesting. They're such a fabulous couple. She's just like, has so much knowledge and information.
And she just seems like this person, maybe, I don't know if that's true, but she has this confidence that like, she has her fucking life together. And like every time I remember feeling this way like the last time we podcasted together. I just feel like I'm so jealous of like this assuredness you have like in your life.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I was just like, you know where you're going.
Yeah, and she's going places.
She's going back to Austin.
Both of them are. Oh my God, yeah.
It was a really good episode. We talked about just like literally everything. So that'll be at the end of today's episode, which I'm really excited about.
Yes, and then of course we have the Fast 5 stories. I believe they'll be extremely fast today.
And then there was the abomination,
atrocity,
the disgrace that was the Real Housewives of New York season finale, where I could not tell you one thing that happened. I couldn't even recite back to you. That's how forgettable it was.
Okay, I will do my best to remind you, but it was so bad. I can't believe that was a season finale. Probably the worst season finale we've ever seen. Next week isn't even reunion. It's like unseen crapola from the season that was so shitty it didn't make this shitty season, but it's making its own episode.
Because they literally filmed the reunion last week. It's not ready yet. Like, and if they torture us with more than one part, let's just kill this horse, okay?
They're gonna do at least 2 parts. You know that they are.
They shoot dead horses, don't they? Like, leave it alone, let bygones be bygones, and let's just put this absolute atrocity to bed and forget it. Like, let's forget it.
It was so, so crazy. It took me forever to watch it. I was just like on my phone doing
I was just doing a million other things.
Anything.
Laundry.
Anything. Hanging with Brew.
Yeah.
Brew almost came today.
The rain, that's why Theo didn't come.
No, it's just like, then I gotta pick him up, and it's a little stressful as opposed to just being on autopilot when I come in.
I know. Now you understand me.
I do, but I miss that man.
I miss him too.
He's an amazing man.
An amazing man. We also spent yesterday recording more podcasts. We recorded a Patreon episode, our final one for August. And we did an entire book episode. So not only did we go through all the books we've read this year, rate them, talk about them, tried not to give too many spoilers, but then we also did a Q&A just about our reading habits, our favorite books. It ended up being really fun. And I think it was like one of the longest Patreon episodes. It was like way over an hour.
Yeah.
And we just got carried away with the literature.
That's what happens when you talk about books. This is what I've been saying. Like, if you meet someone at a party and you guys both read, and like you like Colleen Hoover, you can talk forever.
Let's talk about that. Because I kind of wanted to talk about this in the podcast, but we ran out of time. When you talk to someone about books, like, at least for me, like...
I put my best foot forward.
No, that's, well, of course. But
I'm not, like, saying Colleen Hoover.
Oh, I am. But what I was going to say was, like, I find the part of the conversation, like, where I recommend books and talk about the books that I love to be really interesting. But, like, hearing other people being like, you should read this book, I'm like, okay. Like, it's not that interesting. Unless you then get to the point where you both read the same book. Then that's, like, a funny, interesting conversation. But
I guess so. I understand.
If you're just swapping recommendations back and forth, I'm like, yeah, cool, yeah, try this one.
Yeah. Obviously, you're more passionate about the books that you've read. But if you are talking to like a reader who you actually think you have similar taste as, like, it could be good to get a recommendation from them. That's how you discover great books. Like, the best books I've gotten are recommendations from people.
Well,
I think you would like this.
I get all my recommendations from you, so.
Right. And they're all great. And you love every book that you've read.
And I love all my new toys, like this one, the Love Island water bottle that I'm drinking lemon LaCroix out of.
You like your water bottle?
I do.
It's so cool. I wish I got one for myself.
Yeah, why didn't you?
I don't know. I was just like, I wasn't even thinking about me.
Ugh, you're so selfless.
Who cares what I need?
Everyone.
You need to hydrate.
Everyone is worried about you. Everyone.
Thanks, guys. So new Patreon episode is up all about books. And speaking of books, we're recording the Redheads tonight. Oh my God, this is like my 7th podcast of the week coming up.
Yeah.
And it's Wednesday, and we didn't do a show Monday. So if you read We Are the Brennans, submit your questions to the redheadsbookclub@gmail.com. And if you haven't read it and you like to read or you're curious, definitely read this one. It was really good. But again,
I spoke to the Snatcher last night. She said she like literally, and I don't know if she was like selling it extra hard because it was her selection. She was like, it was the best book I've ever fucking read.
That sounds like the Snatcher.
Yeah, like promoting her own shit.
Yeah, no, she gets like really... When it's someone else's book, she has no time for it.
Yeah, she's so counselor.
She's so counselor. And when it's her book, oh my God, it was amazing.
Like literally like Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, because what happened, like the fact that Before We Were Strangers was a Snitch's pick and it's the most popular book, like she just rides this high. It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah, I did read that one. It was really good.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the Redheads, see the girls, get back together, see what everyone thought. It's never too late to become a redhead. It's such a fabulous community and one in which I think you all should be joining. And
obviously a community of really kind of well-read, obviously, smart, readers with taste, because they did vote Girl with No Job, The Crazy Beautiful Life of an Instagram Thirst Monster, the second best Redheads book that they read last year. So, I mean, I was expecting to come in last, I'm not going to lie. So I'm not even mad at Renee.
Yeah, and you read that book and you loved it.
Loved. It was so good. My book was definitely not better than hers. But my book is really good, and it's available on Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, all the places, international Canada. Yeah, that's right, Canada. Eat some poutine while you read my book. Is that Canada?
Yeah.
Poutine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? What's going on?
That's it for me, really. Just busy day, and then watched RHONY. So I'm excited to chat about everything.
Everything. I listened to more of Donda today.
Mm-hmm.
The song 24, banger. You heard it here first.
Okay.
I'm thinking radio play.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to Donda this morning. I just listened to my liked songs, and it was quite enjoyable.
I mean, I don't know if this is... I don't know if I've spoken about this on the podcast yet. Do tell me if I have. But I've recently but just realized, someone pointed it out, that I am a very big creature of habit. Have I told you this story?
No, I don't think so.
Because whenever I'm eating dinner alone, I always FaceTime my friend Abe, so I have some company. And he's like, what are you eating? And I'm always eating the same thing. He's like, you're really a creature of habit. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I am. Like, I refuse. If I find one thing I like, even if there's something better out there, I will stick with the one thing that I like. And now that I know this about myself, I've just become more aware of it. Where was I going with this story?
I don't know, Donda.
Yes, thank you. So when it comes to listening to new music, I actually have a really hard time. I'm I would much rather listen to a song from 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Than even, I have not been able to listen to Ben Platt yet. It takes a lot for me, unless it's obviously Taylor Swift or but just new music that I know I would like. No, I think I'll listen to this old Ben Platt album 45 more times.
No, I agree. Especially, I feel like when I was younger, maybe when I was just in a different environment, working and stuff, it was fun to listen to new albums as I sat at my desk.
Yes.
But now it's I only have so much time with music. I want to spend it on the songs that I know that I love.
And the ones that bring me joy. I don't know if an unknown song is going to bring me joy.
Yeah, I listened to half the Ben Platt album. One song stuck out to me. The others just weren't, it wasn't the last album. You don't have to worry about, having an emotional breakdown.
Well, I listened to it in full while I was reading a book, and it all just flew by, and I didn't even notice what was going on.
It was just a reverie.
It was so a reverie.
Like a reverie.
What's the Adele song?
Riverly.
Riverly.
The Riverly.
Okay, well then I think we should just dive in, because we are girls who know what they want.
Yeah, I think we should dive in. We can't avoid these stories any longer.
Trust us. We've tried.
We tried. So without further ado.
Do.
It's time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Oh, my turn?
Your turn.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Pill Club. If you're on birth control, remembering to take your pill is already enough work. Forget going to the doctor in person to get your prescription and picking it up from the pharmacy. The Pill Club wants to help take the work out of taking care of yourself. The Pill Club is a birth control subscription prescribed by a medical professional and delivered straight to your door. They carry over 120 FDA-approved brands at the Pill Club, and most brands of birth control are free with insurance or Medicaid. Otherwise, prices start as low as $9 a month without insurance. The Pill Club offers delivery birth control to your door for free in discreet packaging. And what's more is that their licensed medical team is just a text away to give you the best reproductive health care. So skip the office visit and waiting in line at the pharmacy and join the Pill Club. Right now, when you go to thepillclub.com/toast, the Pill Club is offering a $10 donation to bedsider.org for every Morning Toast listener who becomes a patient. Your donation will help low-income individuals get access to birth control through bedsider.org. So that's thepillclub.com/toast to get your first birth control care package and donate to help more women in need of affordable birth control. Reminder, it's at thepillclub.com/toast. Use that link if you want to make sure the donation is sent.
Thank you.
That's just like a genius product. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why hasn't that been?
Well, now we know.
Now we know.
First story, Vanderpump Rules moms reunite with all their babies. So you see this picture?
I did.
The Vanderpump Rules stars and new moms, Lala Kent, Brittany Cartwright, Sashi Schroeder, and Sheena Shea, gathered together with their babies for the first time for a mom's day out. It's seriously so crazy.
I know.
Like, one, it's crazy that this is the first time we're seeing all the Vander babies together.
I feel like they've been together, but without Sheena.
Yeah, but then it's just so crazy how all of this happened at the same time.
And it's so crazy, like, we're not going to see any of it. And we didn't see any of it.
Yeah, but, like, looking at this picture, I was just like, where are the cameras?
No, looking at this picture, I'm like, yeah, that's so cute. Like, oh, if only they had a reality show. Oh, wait, they did. And not only did they not film during COVID, half of these people are fired.
Right. Exactly. But, like, the kids look like the exact same age. They're all so
they
cute.
really are all the exact same age.
Yeah. And all of them are girls except for Brittany and Jax's son. So he has, like, all these.
That's so Jax.
That's so Jax.
Where, like, his son is going to be, like, the number one guy in the group.
He's officially the number one guy in the group.
We spoke about this with Lauren and Michael on, I don't know if it was our podcast or theirs because it was so many podcasting hours
Oh, yeah. We
blended
can't tell
together.
you what we spoke about on ours because we can't differentiate it from what we spoke on theirs.
I actually believe it was theirs.
No, I think it was ours.
About Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Like, she was, like, so jazzed about the new season. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm so nervous. Like, and I still am. Like, she did not convince me.
I'm feeling jazzed about the new season. I don't know. Now it's been so much time that I actually, like, miss it. And I've watched so much bad reality TV that I'm like, where's the good stuff? Oh, that was Vanderpump Rules.
I know, but, like, now I feel like we're at this place with Vanderpump Rules where the people who are OGs, like Tom, Katie, Ariana, Sheena, like, they are not going to be acting wild. They all have so much to lose. Half of them are parents. Like, it's just not, they're not going to be acting wild. So then you bring in, like, these young people who are just so thirsty that, like, they're fake, Danica, throwing like, it's just so contrived. There's no middle ground. That's the beauty and the curse of a show like Vanderpump Rules. Like, at the beginning, they had nothing to fucking lose. They were all just, like, hungry for fame, and they just turned it around. Now it's like they're all celebrities. They have homes to pay for, mortgages, children. They're not going to be acting crazy. And then people like Charlie and Danica come in and see, like, oh, look, I could have a big house like Stassi. So let me be crazy. And it's just not authentic.
Yes, I
agree. So I don't know where we go from here, for real.
I know, but I feel like I look forward to watching them try.
Okay.
Because at least it's something new and interesting. And I'm just so tired of the crap we've been watching because I'm just having PTSD from last night's episode of RHONY.
So am I. But, like, I just don't think we should be, like, grouping all these shows together.
No,
because we just came off of Love Island, which was a fabulous reality show.
Okay. Love Island
Beverly Hills is 10 out of 10.
Beverly Hills is 10 out of 10. But then we also watch
Potomac is so good.
Too Hot to Handle.
Not great.
Garbage.
Not great.
Absolute garbage.
Not great.
I don't know what else I watched, but I just feel like reality TV, like, it's not doing what it used to do for me.
Maybe that's you.
It's definitely me, but it's also the TV.
It's both, for sure.
Yes,
but it's not as bad as you're making it seem.
I can recognize that it's me because, like, I'm maturing and evolving and, like, I just want more.
Isn't that crazy, though? Because, like, Real Housewives, like, used to be a show, like, for, like, older women. Mm-hmm. But now it's, like, not even good.
No, it's me and it's the shows. Like, everyone can agree that these shows are just not. And if it wasn't for, like, Erica Girardi's Scandal of the Year, like, Beverly Hills would be
Let me ask
boring.
you a question. Let me remember the question. Hold on.
Okay. Take your time.
Can you go back to what you were saying?
I've changed. The shows have changed.
Girardi is when I was like... Yes, okay. So do you remember, like, most recent season of Orange County was so atrocious, and obviously they went in and, like, Heather's back and they have all these new girls. How do you rate that really bad, like, low point, rock bottom of OC for what we just witnessed on New York? Because I think New York, like, if OC was, like, a 2 out of 10, New York was a negative 6,000.
Yeah.
Like now I'm like, OC wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
There was something going on.
OC was really, really bad, but because of like the COVID interruptions, like the way that they had to film.
But like Bronwyn was being crazy. Like there was something.
Elizabeth Vargas was like sharing her life story.
There was something there.
I agree.
There was nothing there last night.
There was nothing there last night. Okay, we'll get to it. We're moving on. I can't talk about like just the decline of reality television. I find it too depressing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Next up, Mike Richards has been fired as the Jeopardy executive producer.
You're lying.
After the host debacle. Yes. Richards, who was briefly appointed replacement host for the late Alex Trebek, has been officially disqualified as the EP for both That Longtime Game Show and Wheel of Fortune. He had stepped down from the coveted hosting gig last week amid public outrage and resurfaced sexist comments. However, he was expected to remain at the helm behind the scenes while multiple guest hosts cycled through on screen. Show insiders confirmed on Tuesday that Richards was also relieved of his executive producer duties.
Okay, so I feel like there's two things at play here. One, like I feel like part of the reason why, I would say the reason he got fired from the hosting job is because of the comments that resurfaced on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I would say the reason he probably got fired from his producing job is because there was many allegations that he had like a hostile work environment and he was like borderline abusive. So for me, like that actually makes sense. Like I really don't believe in like firing people because they said something on a podcast 8 years ago. Like that's just even, and I, by the way, I know, I haven't seen the comments, but I know that they were deemed anti-Semitic and misogynistic, both of which apply to me. And I still just don't think people who said something 8 years ago should be fired. Like, I really don't. But if you actually are actively in real present time, like making it a hostile work environment, like you shouldn't be a producer.
Yeah.
Or director, whatever his job was.
Yeah, if that's what's happening, then
Right.
yes, I agree. The statement said, I'm writing to let you know that Mike will no longer be serving as EP of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy effective immediately. We had hoped that when Mike stepped down from the host position at Jeopardy, it would have minimized the disruption and internal difficulties we have all experienced these last few weeks. That clearly has not happened. There's no mention of a hostile work environment that he created.
Oh, I saw that like on social media.
I saw something of that vein too, but there's no mention of stuff like that. So to me, this just feels like
People were still mad that he worked.
people were still mad.
Which
and
is
that
so
he didn't,
lame.
It wasn't enough that he lost the job, that he needed to lose his job too.
So he went from, having the job that a million girls wanted to literally being unemployed.
Yeah.
Damn. I just feel like he's one of those guys who people just don't like.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got from that article that I
Yeah.
read.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Yeah, that's why it's in my head. Damn. Not a good week for Mike Richards.
No, but just crazy.
And in relation to Kyle and Kim?
I don't know. You should ask him.
Yeah.
Okay, next story. Kourtney Kardashian shares a Bible verse amid Scott Disick, Travis Barker drama.
Next story brought to you by Chirp.
Sure.
What a weird coincidence. Chirp is a brand dedicated to helping the world feel good so they can do more of the stuff that they love. In other words, they're all about feel good, do more. To do this, Chirp creates simple, innovative, and effective pain relief and prevention solutions. They started with a revolutionary wheel for back pain, but they're just getting started. And if you've experienced back pain, you have got to experience the Chirp. That is something that happened to me during COVID. I experienced back pain for the first time at the young age of 26, and Chirp just came in and really saved the day. They're all about helping people feel good and do more, and back pain can prevent millions of people from feeling their best, and when they don't feel their best, they're limited to what they can do. Chirp can help fix that with their patent-pending spinal canal and the 3 different pressure options to choose from. Chirp will help your back feel better so you can be back to doing what you love in no time. They offer 3 different pressure sizes, gentle, medium, and deep, so know your limits. Mine is gentle, Ben's is deep. And they have a spinal canal to comfort to your spine, as well as the wheel to give your back 4 unique ways to stretch. Each wheel can hold up to 500 pounds, and they can be nestled together for easy travel to take with you wherever you go. So if you want 10% off their entire site, use promo code TOAST. GoChirp.com is the website, GoChirp, CHIRP. GoChirp.com, promo code TOAST for 10% off site-wide. Thank
Great.
you. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
Oh, I feel better.
Kourtney is turning to the Bible after Scott allegedly told another one of her ex-boyfriends that her PDA with Travis Barker was too much. So she tweeted on Tuesday, the only thing she posted that could possibly be in reference to this. She tweeted, quote, John 15:7, if you remain in me and my words remain in you, you may ask anything you wish and it will be done for you.
See, I was inclined to think that Bible verse is obviously going to be related to this whole drama, but I'm not really seeing this particular chapter, how it's applicable.
Me neither.
Like, basically she's saying because she believes in God, like God is going to take care of Eunice and Scott? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the story of John, though, so maybe...
Is that New Testament?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not... Maybe I'll miss it. It's possible that it has nothing to do with Eunice. She might have been a little more direct.
No, totally.
And she should really, like, post, like, those Chloe quotes that, like, give us more.
Chloe and her quotes. Chloe is low-key, like, so chuggy.
No, it's not. She doesn't even try to hide it.
Remember when her Instagram bio for, like, 15 years was, I crave a love so deep the ocean would be jealous.
Yeah.
Which is, like, so something, like, Sheena Shea, like, has posted and, like, has tattooed on her arm.
Has a tattoo, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really see this Bible verse, but I did then also see, like, Amelia Gray posted an Instagram, and her caption was ... and now back to work. Which was when Eunice did a follow-up Instagram story yesterday to the original DM, just being like, I'm tired of being the nice guy, la la la, and now back to work. Now, it is a common phrase, but Amelia's so, like...
Okay, I saw that they both of them said back to work, and I think they have nothing to do with each other, personally. I think it's that common of a phrase. Also, we didn't even think about yesterday how, like, Amelia should be offended by the whole situation, that, like, Scott is out
still thinking,
like, still plotting and worrying about his
totally
ex.
That's actually a really good point that we totally glazed over.
So, like, now I'm feeling like, they had a bad day yesterday.
Fight, trouble in paradise.
They had a fight yesterday for sure.
No, I feel like their relationship is so unequal. Like, she's not allowed to raise concerns.
I totally
You know what I mean? Like, you don't like it, leave.
100%.
Like,
a million teenage girls would kill
for this job, and, like, you have it, so you're not allowed to complain.
Yeah,
that's, like, really how I feel like the conversations go in their house.
Yeah, that's so
I
bad.
take back what I said. I'm sure it was just a regular day in the Disick Gray household.
It's so wrong.
It's so wrong. Whatever. I'm, like, happy Kourtney's living her best life. Like, Venice Altamora.
Yeah, and she had some delicious pasta last night.
Did she?
I guess, like, everyone's in Italy right now.
Yeah, for Venice Altamora.
True. And they're all posting their pastas, and I'm feeling influenced to have, like, a delicious pasta. Also, we were talking about Scalinatella with the Bostics yesterday.
Yeah, they went, because, she posted on her Instagram, she said it's Blake Lively's favorite restaurant. I didn't know that. It's my favorite restaurant.
It's so fucking good, but then, like, Lauren posted her pot. Let's go for lunch.
Yes!
Okay, cool. We'll Patreon.
Oh, yes!
We'll vlog it.
Do you think they're open for lunch? It's also Sonia Morgan's favorite restaurant.
She said, like, a quick Google.
Yeah, she said that, like, she lives nearby, and it's, like, the best date night restaurant. It's so good. They cook your pasta for you, like, right by the table.
It opens at noon.
Oh, my God. And, by the way, it'll be empty for lunch. You have the best penne alla vodka.
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
Do they do delivery?
No, they do DiGiorno.
Good one. No, I just feel like I've been in such a rut. Recently, like, all I order is Japanese or Chinese, the same two places. And, like, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was home alone. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. And I did take out Mr. Chow. And I had it for lunch the next day. It was such a treat. It was $1 million. But it was a treat. Not all the time. But I got to find some new places. And if Scalinatella delivered, like, I would be finished.
Okay. We'll find out when we go for lunch. We'll ask.
Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Okay, ready for our next story?
Yeah.
It's more backlash news.
Ugh, these people, I can't.
It's getting crazier and crazier.
No, like...
Just wait for this one. Sarah Paulson reveals she regrets wearing a fat suit for the Linda Tripp role in Impeachment American Crime Story after backlash. Sarah Paulson is responding to the criticism surrounding her decision to play the role of Linda Tripp in the upcoming series Impeachment, which revolves around the Bill Clinton-Monica Lewinsky scandal. In order to transform into Linda Tripp, the acclaimed actress gained 30 pounds, wore a nearly 5-pound fat suit.
Wow, 5 pounds?
Prosthetic teeth. No, like it weighed 5 pounds on her.
Oh.
Prosthetic teeth, prosthetic nose, and a wig to emulate Tripp's signature 90s style helmet of blonde hair. Critics believe by taking the role, Paulson prevented a worthy actor with Tripp's larger body shape from getting the role in what will be the 3rd season of American Crime Story.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm. And in an interview with the LA Times, she didn't shy away from the controversy, admitting that she understands the criticism about the padded suit. She said, "It's very hard for me to talk about this without feeling like I'm making excuses. There's a lot of controversy around actors in fat suits, and I think that controversy is a legitimate one."
I don't, and I'm a fat person, so I feel like my opinion on this is more important than Sarah Paulson's. If I am playing... Okay, here's a perfect example. I just been cast in a movie, Jackie. Isn't that exciting?
So exciting.
I'm playing Kate Moss. They just said I need to lose a little bit of weight just to be accurate, seeing as how I'm going to be acting as her.
Right.
Isn't that great news?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You have to look like the person.
Right.
It's not like it's a fictional story.
It's really crazy. Also, then, okay, so say she was of, you know, the same body shape as Linda Tripp, but now she's wearing prosthetic teeth. Maybe the role should have gone to an actress with Linda's teeth.
No, honestly, I have heard that the people from the, you know, the yellow teeth community are very upset. And I've also heard that the people with, you know, the very slim nosed community are upset that she wore a prosthetic.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and they should have let someone with a slim nose have the role.
Yeah. No, and she also had to wear a wig, so it should have been someone with the existing haircut.
You're kidding.
Because they took away from a worthy actor with that haircut.
A wig?
A wig.
I'm done.
No, this is
so
you guys.
absurd. I hate the world that we live in.
It's gone too far.
It's gone too far. I think conversations about like when people are cast, you know, there's finally like a gay role on Disney and they don't give it to like a gay kid. Like, I understand that. Like, let the gay kid have the role. I really do. But this, like, for real? Or like even when Jared Leto in that movie, he played someone transgender. Like, there's no roles for transgender people. Let someone transgender play the role. I understand all of that. But this, weight, it fluctuates. So you could be fat, you could be skinny. It's so stupid. People lose weight for roles all the time. They gain weight. So what? They use a little special effects. And by the way, I'm allowed to say this. I'm fat. So I just want to say, don't fucking come for me. Like,
oh, so you're just allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
It's easy to forget.
No, like, do I think I should have had this role? Yes. Am I
but you're too young, and then the role should have gone to a
Ageist.
worthy actor of Linda's age.
No, you know
the
what?
The role should have gone
to
to
Linda. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, honestly, where is Linda?
Linda should be playing Linda because
Linda,
no one else is Linda.
And the fact that Linda didn't time travel back in time to look like her, what was she, like 40 years old at the time? It's disgusting.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. I literally like.
How they really made her look like her, though.
Let me see.
Like, okay, so that's Linda Tripp on the right.
Okay.
And then that's Sarah Paulson as Linda Tripp.
Oh, she's wearing a fat suit. Who cares?
Yeah. I didn't know that fat suits were offensive yet. I didn't know
but
that.
Honestly, like, if this was me and I was Linda Tripp, like, I would just be annoyed that, like,
they're talking about her
you
weight.
guys think I'm fat? Like,
wait, she has to wear a fat suit? Like,
right? Like, that's, like, that. The only person who has the right to be offended is Linda Tripp being like, no, like, I'm not fat.
And now everyone's talking about it.
No, that's, you know what, we should really all just shut the fuck up just for Linda's sake.
Yeah.
If this was me, like, in my biopic and, like,
they're like,
you had to wear a fat suit.
How big was the fat suit? Wait,
right.
So she had to gain,
how much did she weigh?
Wait, so she had to gain 30 pounds.
Like, that would be.
Like, yeah.
That is fucking rude and embarrassing. So leave Linda alone. Also, who's Linda in the story?
Linda is, like, the woman who was, Beanie's like confidant, who Beanie was like telling everything.
Got it.
Who Monica was telling everything about her relationship with the president, and Linda was recording it.
I just have to say, I'm so excited about this show. Like, it looks so good.
I just saw a review, a headline that wasn't positive.
Really?
So that means it's probably good.
Totally.
Yeah.
But also, just in terms of like this story that we're talking about, I feel like, and this is how I felt about the OJ show too. Ryan Murphy is known at the end of the show for O.J. Simpson, and they did side-by-sides of, you know, the actors who played the actual real person. I was floored. Like, everyone did such a good job of looking and acting exactly like the person that they were playing. And I feel like that's one of the best parts of a Ryan Murphy show. So, like, okay, if he thought Sarah Paulson was the best person for the role, should she have not gotten it because she's not fat? Like, we're just trying to make a movie here, you know? Or
Yeah.
TV show, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't that serious.
Yeah.
But, like, I understand Sarah Paulson, like, she doesn't want to be upsetting the fat community. But, Sarah, like, we're fine.
Okay, good. I'm glad you let her know that.
It takes a lot to offend the fat community because, like, we've been bullied our whole lives. That, like, nothing can hurt us. Sticks and stones, I am rubber, you are glue.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story, which is just like a bit of nonsense because all the stories are nonsense?
Is it?
Yeah, this is the only thing that can make the final story better because it's
The final story. Sorry, wait, this thing sucks.
Okay, and you were so off.
Jeez,
Off.
You're like literally the guy from Step Brothers.
Yeah, no, but that's how bad it was.
Dude, it's the final story.
This story is not worthy of that song.
Oh no, what's the story?
Selling Sunset Stars.
So, I think we were going to say something about Sully.
I fucking wish that would be worthy.
They have Heather Rae's engagement party.
Her bridal shower. And
Yeah.
all the stars turned out. I don't see Christine there.
No,
because
not everyone was there.
Who wasn't there other than Christine?
Danica?
Isn't that Danica on the right?
Let me see.
Yeah, Davina.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Davina. It says it in
oh
the
my
caption.
God, Davina was
And
there.
she's looking
Maya. Who's this girl? That must be a new girl. Chriselle. Oh, Amanza. Mary. Who's the girl on the left? Emma Hernan. And Tina. Oh, Tina. Do we know what Tina?
I don't know.
So I guess these are the two new girls, Tina Louise and Emma Hernan.
So,
I'd say this group of women is like the most best dressed. Like,
I know that's when I saw this picture, I was like, they are so like stunning and best dressed, and it's like, I'm sure it's like nice to have friends who show up and show out for you, but like this could be anyone's bridal shower here.
yeah, except like Heather's the only one wearing white.
Yeah,
But I agree, like they outdid her for sure. Chriselle looks so cute.
but just because like everyone looks amazing.
I'm really jazzed
Really,
about.
Davina looks really incredible,
And she's in the worst spot in the photo. She's like all the way at the end in the foreground.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the new season of Selling Sunset. I just hope that it's like, I feel like so much happens on Instagram and in the press with the Selling Sunset people because they're so famous. And then like if we're watching a show, it's been so long since they filmed. If I'm watching something that happened like over a year ago, like no, I want to see Jason and Chriselle pretend to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Like that's what I'm interested in. So if we're not getting that and we have to wait till like next season and then they're both already like remarried to new people,
Yeah.
I'll be annoyed.
Yeah.
Netflix does need to get better with that, with their turnaround time.
I agree. I hope it happens soon. But
And now that I know that people, like, you can do Love Island, there's no reason, like, reality shows shouldn't have 1 week turnaround times.
I agree.
And the Kardashians should have been doing that forever.
Even like a month.
Yeah, like, we were getting 2 days, like, literally 36 hours later, we were getting episodes from Love Island.
Yeah, it's really so crazy.
It is so crazy.
So anyways, she celebrated a fig and olive, also sounds delicious, on Sunday for
In
her
LA?
bridal shower, just a few more in Newport Beach. Just a few more months until she ties the knot to Tarek.
Honestly, like, they will be insufferable, like, during their wedding and all the pictures.
I know, and I feel like this bridal shower is like the kickoff for like the next month of them, or few months of them like thirsting out.
And I feel like, you know, there's so many festivities you could have with a wedding. There's engagement party, bridal shower, bachelor party, bachelorette party. Not everyone does all of them. I didn't have an engagement party. Heather will not let one event go by unmissed.
No.
She's going to go into every culture.
Us Weekly will be at every single one of them. Like, yeah, she's gonna find events aplenty.
She's going to convert to Judaism so she could have like a
tish.
A tish and a bedekin and a henna. Like, she's just going to have a million parties before she actually gets married. And you know what? I feel like Christine Quinn was
With the
literally
cupcakes.
on point in her criticism of Tarek and Heather, just being like, it's like always something with their publicists, like fake paparazzi and like a million, our cupcake recipe. Like, she was 100% right. Like, that's exactly who Heather is.
100%.
And it's boring.
I agree.
And like, Christine is too busy, like, being fabulous, pushing her child around in a Louis Vuitton stroller to have time for these events.
Yeah.
I just hope, like, it's, you know, I feel like whenever we take sides in, like, you know, reality TV shows, like, we're always on the losing side. Like, why is Christine the only girl not there?
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't invited.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Or maybe she just didn't go. But I hope she doesn't like
Isolate
her distaste
herself.
for the ladies doesn't like just wind up her becoming irrelevant on the show.
Right.
But she could never be irrelevant.
No, she's literally the most interesting to look at.
Yeah.
And now she has this whole new life with this man and their baby and their house. Like, I just want to know more. Mm-hmm. And like, I just like love that she settled down like so fast.
It's the craziest turn
With, you know,
of
like,
events.
not like, you know, she's not like Heather, like going out for like the most famous, like a simple guy who obviously loves her. And I think we could all learn a lot from Christine Quinn.
For a number of reasons we could.
Yeah. Well, from one really good reality show to a terrible one, this is going to be our TV recap segment where we recap for this, hopefully second to last time, but I feel like it'll be a 2-part reunion. The Real Housewives of New York. Last night was the season finale, thank God. And the TV recap is brought to you by Cove. No two migraines are alike, and if you experience migraines, you know. The doctors at Cove know this too, and they only treat migraines. And Cove is the leading online migraine clinic. It specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a migraine, all from the comfort of your own home. With one specialist per 80,000 migraine sufferers in the U.S., Cove makes quality care accessible and affordable. Go to with Cove.com and complete an online consultation designed by leading neurologists. It's as thorough as an in-person doctor visit. Then a licensed doctor will review your migraine history and recommend a treatment plan specifically for your needs. What's more is your prescriptions will be delivered right to your door. There's no waiting for a doctor's appointment, no pharmacy lines, just specialized care to help you control your migraine. What's even better is that Cove is super affordable. Their doctor's fees and prescriptions are as little or less than most insurance copays. Prescriptions start at just $10 a month, and with Cove, you can have more migraine-free days. Go to withcove.com/toast for 50% off your first month of medication and free 2-day shipping. That's 50% off your first month of medication and free 2-day shipping with withcove.com/toast. Toast, that's spelled WITHCOVE.com/toast. Withcove.com/toast for the 50% off and free 2-day shipping. That's a really good deal.
/toes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It had to be done.
Really?
You do it to me every day.
Of course, but like literally like that's an ad. Like we have to respect the ad.
Then it's unbalanced because you're always reading ads. So then I can never come for you. And I usually don't.
No, but I literally talk like all the time. You can make fun of me whenever you want except the ads.
No, but usually the making fun of is from the reading. The assigned reading material.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. For sure. Okay, fine. That's fair.
Okay.
I'll allow it. I have to go blow my nose. Will you just tell everyone what happened on the Real Housewives of New York?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm literally still struggling with the altitude because I've got that altitude. I've got that altitude. So I'm sorry, there's mucus coming down my nose. Just
Okay.
give me a minute.
We kicked off the last, final, and worst episode of RHONY with Pin the Tail on the Dubin and Harry Dubin calls, and everyone's like being so everyone's being so embarrassing, I would say. Can you hear her? Nice. Okay, good. So you have to hear what I have to hear. So it was just like really beyond stupid, nothing to say there. Then the rest of the episode is about how they're they went to a Greek restaurant and they smashed plates and they talked about what they were letting go of.
And they've all been saying the same things that they're going to let go of for the last 50 years.
Right. And Sonya's letting go of asset management. And Leah's in love with her ex. Who knew?
Plot twist.
That
was weird. I feel like she wasn't drunk actually because she's sober. Like where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we never asked her how she felt about him, but I guess like she wanted more from him.
And I guess he like disappointed her in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I guess she's kind of resigned herself to being just a co-parent until her daughter's old enough to be on her own, which is really sweet. But I guess it every once in a while, like she said, it gets to her, and she that is really sad. Like she's such like a fabulous, vibrant woman. She deserves love, but she doesn't think that that's what it should be like right now.
Yeah, I just like can't really care.
Okay, I'm just trying to tell you what happened. I'm trying my best.
Or compelled by this story at all.
Understood.
I'm just not.
Then on the Pin the Tail at the Dubin, they also all took their shirts off. I found that to be like really crazy.
No. Talk about like last ditch effort. Like they think like, oh, it's not a good episode. Let me show my titties. Like, actually, no, we're all good. We've seen all of your titties a million times. When you're drunk in Turks and Caicos, that's one thing. That's fine. Totally acceptable. But like literally in Ramona's Hampton's house in the tiny living room with like cameramen everywhere. Like,
and like the bright lights and just like
brave.
It was shocking to me. I mean, they all are like stunning and
breasts are lovely.
Wonderful breasts aplenty. It wasn't about whether the breasts were worthy or not. It was just like, what is going on?
No, totally. I think honestly, like they were just trying to keep us abreast.
I felt very much kept abreast. I really did. Okay, so then after the Greek restaurant, they come back to Ramona's house and they're all going to dress up as each other.
Which I have to say is like a really funny like premise, and I thought it should have been funnier.
But also it's something that could really go south, but it took the other direction.
Yes, it could. But they made sure to like poke fun at each other, but then have that game where they say nice things about each other, which was smart.
Which was smart and sweet. They chose people who have the most conflict to dress as each other, which was, again, could have been scary, but it all worked out. Ebony and Luann dressed as each other. Bershawn and Sonia dressed as each other.
Dressed the best.
Okay, best dressed was Ramona,
Me too.
Who dressed as Leah, and worst dressed was Leah, who dressed as Ramona.
Yeah, like, I feel like when you dress up as someone, like the worst things you think about them come out, and like, literally, like Leah cannot get over this blood plasma thing.
Oh my God, she can't get over it.
It's over a year old.
So stupid. And the dress, like, that was a Leah dress. That wasn't, Ramona's
Would
never
wear a short dress like that.
Oh my God, with her, like, butt hanging out. Like, never. She never has. She never would. Also, Ramona doesn't wear makeup. What was with her face makeup? There was none.
No.
And then, like, the Karen wig, it was
not good.
It was horrific.
But Leah's costume, Ramona's costume as Leah with the leopard and the gum and the hair, it was great.
It was great. No, she was great. And she committed.
She was being funny.
Oh, and she was having so much fun. She reminded me of me on Halloween, where you just, like, the
persona takes over. No, she's looking in the mirror and she's like, I'm so hot, I want some cock. Like, she was being funny.
She was really funny, but Leah was a huge disappointment. The blood plasma, like, I need Leah to get the Q-score reports back and find out that nobody cares that Ramona said she donated blood plasma, but probably was just getting her antibodies tested. Like,
and by the way, like, I don't know, I wasn't there at the medical center in Palm Beach, but I'm almost 100% sure that Ramona really, for a while, thought she donated blood plasma, like, thought she did something, when she actually just got tested for antibodies.
100%. I think the same thing, too.
Yeah.
Because Ramona's not someone who really, like, lies.
She's not a liar. She's just, like, silly.
Confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was not here for it. And also, like, just walking around with, like, an IV drip in this
like,
time,
so
it was, like,
unoriginal.
a little, like...
Out of touch?
Out of touch. It just felt a little out of touch.
I don't know. Let's talk about out of touch. When literally Leah was making a speech at the end that, like, this country could take a page out of their book because they've all spoken about their differences. Like, no.
Okay, it was annoying because it came from Leah.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, I kind of understood what she was saying.
No, I know, but, like, really out of touch. Like, people should be looking to you guys.
No. No one should. Okay, yes, agreed. No one should be looking to them.
No, but I agree. They've all worked past their differences and they all have different backgrounds.
And they all have different opinions and they're having the time of their lives. And so it can be done.
I don't know if the world should be looking at them for guidance, but I thought it was a nice moment, for sure.
And I thought she made a nice point. Again, the world, please do not look at these women for guidance.
I thought that it's so easy to do Countess, like, just walk around in Giovanni. Like, she makes it so easy. But I thought that Luann did a really good job of Ebony.
Yeah.
Holding court with Ebony. I thought it was good.
And the answers that everyone gave, and Bershawn and Sonia were great.
So funny.
I thought Sonia was great as Bershawn. I feel like Bershawn could have done more as Sonia.
Yeah, I know. Because, like, Sonia's never so much.
Sonia's never worn that outfit in her life.
No, but I think her jacket was Sonia by Sonia Morgan, which is why Bershawn thought she, like, completed the assignment. Yeah.
It wasn't.
No, it was uncompleted.
So then they all went around the table and answered questions, like, as their alter ego, which showed that they all understood each other more than the viewers probably thought.
I know there were 6 women at the table, but the whole episode just really felt like there were none of, like, it just felt like the smallest group of housewives and, like, so insignificant, and, like, another trip to Ramona's. It was atrocious. And honestly, I wish I could offer some insight. People are like, bring back Bethany and Dorinda, but honestly, like, I don't know if recycling old housewives is the move. Like, I think at some point, like, the show has to, like, shed its skin and move on and, like, and find real affluent married people. Like, not keep recycling the same people. Bring Bethany back a 3rd time. Like,
would you
start
keep
fresh?
anyone?
Maybe I would keep Ebony. And I have a very soft spot in my heart for Ramona. And she's funny. I'm sorry. Like, I know everyone hates her, but, like, she is fucking funny and she's entertaining.
I would keep. Well, that's what the Dumois item said. That
what?
Like, that they're really shaking things up at NBC, and they would only keep Ramona and Ebony.
I feel that, like, honestly, because you know what, Sonia, her time has come, and you know what, so has Luann. Like, I actually think Luann is
Luann would be friend of because NBC owns some of her cabaret.
Fabulous. Sonia's got to go, and honestly, like, Leah's not doing what she thinks she's doing, and also, I just don't think Leah leads an affluent enough life. I'm sorry, like, this is a show about affluent people, and Ramona, as she works very hard to keep that lifestyle, Ebony has that lifestyle. Like, you need people with that lifestyle. And the thing is that I think makes it really hard in certain cities is, like, and I think this is probably what goes on in New York, like, the actual, like, really rich married women of New York, like, do not want to be on TV. Like, they are private. Their husbands don't want to be on TV. Their kids don't want to be on TV. So I think that makes it difficult.
Yeah, but there are people who would do it.
Yeah.
And even, like, these ladies, when we first met them, they were those women. Luann.
Yes, which is why it's so crazy how far they've come. But, like, when you think about all the women we've picked up along the way, like, none of them have really been, like, that girl, like, that lifestyle. Like, Jules Weinstein, like, no. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, Cindy Barshop. Like, no. Like, when you think, I just feel like they actually have a hard time finding women who have that lifestyle, who will agree to be on TV.
Yeah.
Because when I think of all the one-hit wonders, people, Kristen Takeman, like, who we've picked up along the way, no. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I like Heather. I think I would bring back Heather.
Yeah, but not if Leah was there. She wouldn't come back.
Leah should not be there.
You think?
She's not it.
But okay, she had one amazing season.
Yeah,
and one
bad
horrible one. So she's back at 0.
Okay.
I like Leah. I feel like maybe, you know, when you do so well in your first season, you really think you can do nothing wrong.
You get like an ego.
And I think maybe she just like misread every situation.
That's possible.
Because she thought there was like no way that she could be wrong.
Yeah.
And maybe this will be like humbling.
Okay.
And then if it's Leah, Ebony, and Ramona, they should each bring on one friend.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then also bring back Tinsley. I would bring back Tinsley.
Yes. Meh.
Yeah.
She wasn't even great when she was
like
on.
The most interesting thing about her is that she left.
Right. And that was like kind of like the first time since I met her on TV that I actually had respect for her.
Yeah, I agree.
So now she's going to come crawling back.
Should stay on.
Yeah, like no. See, the thing is, I don't know what the right
Me neither.
medication for this problem is. Like,
but it's a problem we're seeing in a lot of franchises because it's the same issue of like
aging out of the original.
The shows have been on for so long. It's very formulaic. Women who, when it first started, you didn't know how big it was going to become, like how your life would change either positively or negatively, and it was just like a fun adventure. And there were so many reality shows at the time. Like now you know exactly what to expect. So who's going to come on and do anything that's going to paint them in a bad light? Then you just have boring shit happening. Right,
but if you do find a person who's willing to do that, it makes a franchise. Jen Shah, like she acted even beyond her case, like she acted atrociously.
Yeah,
and it was amazing television. So there are still people out there.
That's true, but then for me, like I do get to the point where it's like I would rather watch boring TV than watch these toxic people.
I know, it's actually a really
like
fine
Leanne.
line. Yeah, it's a fine line, like Dorinda.
Yeah.
Well, that's that on that. There's no recap of New York next week, finally. Hullaby. And we'll see how many parts the reunion is.
Yeah. And then we have Beverly Hills on tonight, which always just feels like a reward for a job well done on having watched New York.
Completely.
Mm-hmm.
And
I also heard Bachelor in Paradise last night was really good.
Really?
Yeah, but I just couldn't watch 2 more hours of television after the 3 hours it took me to watch New York. So maybe I'll watch it, but I'm glad I skipped a few episodes because it felt like I don't think anything really major happened.
No, and I've just been living like so peacefully in my own mind, knowing that I'm not watching that show.
But if I do watch it, I'm happy to recap it for you because it seemed like you liked my recaps.
Like, yeah.
No, you didn't.
I don't want you to feel pressure. Like, read a book. Read a book. I'm really not into Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she's saying no.
I would rather you, like, explain to me, like, The Woman Who Loved Wallace or whatever that book was. You know what I mean? What was that book called?
The Woman Before Wallace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I can't really explain how, like, how much I don't care about Bachelor in Paradise. And you know what I've realized? Like, Bachelor in Paradise in terms of relevancy is really going down because it used to be, like on TikTok especially, like if somebody from Bachelor in Paradise or Bachelor like made a TikTok about while the show was airing, like about them, like, oh, a bug flew on my face, like whatever, it would go viral. Now I keep seeing really sad contestants like trying to go viral.
Like who?
Demi. The only one who's actually doing a fair job, but she's not even going crazy viral, is Tammy, because she's like being funny and self-deprecating. But like I just can't, and I don't even recognize some of these people. I just know that they're on Bachelor in Paradise because they're like hashtagging it, and it's like, it's not viral. Like, it's actually really sad.
That's really sad.
That's how you know, like, less and less people give a shit, especially people on TikTok. Like, the young generation, like, they don't care. Also, TV recap. I spoke a lot about it on the Patreon episode from last night.
Oh, my God.
So I don't want to, like, bore everyone.
Okay, no, but I think you need to double dip.
I watched She's All That, you guys, and it was fucking amazing. Like, Addison is an absolute megastar. Like, the scenes that she wasn't in were atrocious, and I was like, this movie sucks. But she was sparkle. Like, I can't even, she was such a good actress, first of all. Second of all, she deserves an Oscar. Like, it was so good. I loved the element of the influencer. I thought they did a really good job kind of explaining and showcasing how kids are these days in high school with social media. It's totally true. It was just amazing. I did not like the kid who played Cameron, her love interest, and honestly, he was like the worst fucking attitude of all time. Like, it's not cool to do photography. Like, just get a phone.
Yeah, and like you're taking pictures of strangers, like that's really invasive, and you're taking pictures of the garbage can.
Yeah, and like honestly, get a cell phone. Like, it's not cool to like not love like people and cell phones. Like, I just did not like his vibe at all.
Yeah,
but I thought,
but Addison turned him around.
Yeah, and Addison was so cute and sweet, and I just really feel like she's a nice girl
because
like,
her character was just like emanating niceness, and so it was actually.
And she's not like such a experienced actor, so she had to play someone who was kind of similar to her.
Yeah, and it was actually like a hard sell that she, you know, had this bet going, that there was like this side of her that was even that ruthless, because she was just such a sweetie.
I loved the ending. I loved the homage they paid to the original movie because her mom was in it. The principal was the guy from The Real World in the original movie. They both wore red dresses. There was a dance-off at the prom. It was very subtle but sweet, and I really loved that they actually cast the mom. I thought she was great, and I just loved every minute of it.
Yeah, but even like when they went to the party, the Gatsby-themed party, and he goes in the pool, like that's like when...
Oh, yeah!
In the first movie when
she falls in
like,
the pool.
Yeah.
Or they push her in the pool.
I think
That girl Taylor pushes her.
Yeah, and then in Not Another Teen Movie, they also pour bottles of water on her.
Jackie, I literally confuse He's All That with Not Another Teen Movie all the fucking time.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies in there that make it confusing.
Yeah, that they're like doing satire on, and I'm like, was that the original or the satire?
Yeah, no, it's
Cruel Intentions.
Bring It On.
Yeah, that's such a good movie.
It's such a good movie. I'm so glad you watched it and that you liked it and that you had the same opinions of me, including the stylist sabotage.
Oh yeah, the wardrobe, the budget for the wedges was literally astronomical because it was a new pair of like wedges that Ramona Singer wears in Cancun. Like it's just not a thing. Like burn all the wedges.
Yeah. What did you think about Kourtney?
Oh my God, I actually thought she was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like her role was bigger than anticipated, but still very small. And I thought that, she wasn't as cringy. I saw her act in Dave and it was really fucking cringy. And I feel like she took a couple lessons because she was pretty good.
Yeah. She was believable. And it's crazy like how her influence in the movie, like she was a big part of the storyline.
Bunny Venom.
Yeah.
Venom Bunny or whatever.
Yeah.
So cute. I loved it. And I cannot wait to see Addison act in something else.
I know. It was so good, you guys. And I have no time for anyone who thinks otherwise.
Same. But we do have time for our interview with Michael and Lauren Bosstick. It is coming up. I hope you guys enjoy it. And we are on their podcast. I believe that drops tomorrow, but don't quote me on that. But in the meantime, just enjoy this episode and the interview with Lauren and Michael. We'll see you soon.
Bye.